With 6 titles under their belt and 5 straight trips to the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors were once the league's best team. But this season has been a long cry from those heydays of triumph, as the squad has been among the league's most disappointing as it has battled to find its feet. How far does this go exactly? Has the Golden State Warriors season been as awful as everyone is claiming, or has everyone been exaggerating greatly? With only 1 victory in its previous 7 games, coming into its clash with Oklahoma City on November 18th, Golden State is seeing a very worrying downward trend. The Warriors have dropped their last 5 games, including their first 4 games of a 6-game homestand. Worse, with Stephen Curry performing at an MVP level right now, he's missed the team's previous game due to a knee injury. And as a result of his suspension for choking Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green will miss 4 additional games. Draymond Green's behavior during the Golden State Warriors vs Minnesota Timberwolves game has resulted in a 5-game suspension from the NBA. During a brawl between Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels, Green choked Rudy Gobert, though Green thought Gobert was also handling Thompson captive. The NBA has since claimed that Gobert was attempting to act as a peacemaker by trying to rescue Thompson. After placing Rudy Gobert in a headlock during the Warriors vs Minnesota game, Green deserves every second of his ban, including post-playoff penalties. It was his 19th suspension overall, nearly twice as much as the next 2 players in the league combined. It had been 5 days and he has been evicted twice. The Warriors will suffer too, as they will once again have to play without Green and put up with his constant disruptions. The fact that the club continues to support Green in the face of strong criticism that he was incorrect to put Gobert in a headlock as part of a sequence of events that has been a tangle between Golden State's Klay Thompson and Minnesota's Jaden McDaniels speaks volumes. The Warriors' most prominent players' injury problems have been a major contributing factor in their difficulties. With a broken hand, point guard Stephen Curry has missed a significant portion of the season, while forward Klay Thompson hasn't played in a single game because of an ACL tear. The Warriors have been forced to depend on a combination of senior and young players in their absence, and the results have been mediocre at best. It is impossible to overstate the significance of NBA players. NBA players not only offer the squad confidence and a feeling of resolve, but they also bring a level of ability and expertise that few others can match. As a rookie, just picture turning to your left and seeing a well-known NBA athlete at your side. You can only imagine the incredible incentive that will come from that. The Golden State Warriors are severely disadvantaged without their best players, which is one of the key reasons why this season has been so disappointing when compared to prior ones. The Warriors have suffered with inconsistent play and a lack of synergy in addition to their ailments. The group has struggled to put together cohesive performances, and they frequently appear jumbled or out of rhythm when playing. In the past, head coach Steve Kerr has tried a variety of lineups and rotations, but nothing has appeared to click. This has a huge negative effect on the squad as a whole, and the scoreboards of every game this season provide a visual depiction of how dysfunctional their team dynamic is. If you're an avid sports fan in Africa, you'll be more than familiar with this notion. The Golden State Warriors' lack of synergy has proven to be disastrous for their performance, and unless anything changes for better, this situation is probably going to persist for the foreseeable future, and it's really horrible. Why are the Warriors having such trouble? Although it's impossible to blame just 1 or 2 individuals for the collapse, Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson's depressing performance is a good place to start. It was almost heartening that the Dubs were winning without a potent Wiggins when they were 5-1. However, Golden State is now struggling to overcome his performance rather than finding his form and improving the squad. In terms of points, assists, rebounds, free throw percentage, and field goal percentage, Wiggins is presently averaging career lows. He has an appalling 13.5% three-point percentage. Because of all that, even though the club needs his perimeter defense, Steve Kerr's minutes are at a career low. Furthermore, Wiggins isn't receiving unfavorable glances when it comes to catch-and-shoot threes, which are usually the go-to shot while playing off Steph. He is shooting 17.9%. When it comes to threes that are labeled as open or wide open, Wiggins is shooting an astounding 13.3% and 23.1% respectively. He's just not taking advantage of the chances that exist. Thompson's situation hasn't improved much. In addition, his field goal and three-point percentages are at career lows, and he is averaging the fewest points he can since his rookie season. Although the majority of Clay's threes are categorized as open, he is only making contact on 20.6% of those attempts. The Warriors' once feared starting lineup has collapsed due to ineptitude of Wiggins and Thompson. With a net rating of -14.4 in 87 minutes, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Green, and Kevon Looney are mediocre offensively and outplayed on the other hand. With a 21.9 net rating in 331 minutes, the lineup was maybe the greatest in the NBA's last season. In the meantime, Chris Paul's whole five-man bench group has mostly failed. Furthermore, Steve Kerr is unable to break through in the rotation to give Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga the credit they deserve, even though he plays Wiggins and Thompson less frequently. Although those two are more important than ever. Their integration hasn't been perfect this season due to their individual limits. All of this is leading to increased short-term losses. Curry is playing at an incredible level right now, and it is a waste that he has to elevate teams that are essentially defenseless and incapable of shooting. Steph is still just as scary as he was in 2015-2016, when he led the Warriors to 73 victories. Over time, the questions are becoming more and more daunting. Will Moody and Kuminga ever be role players worthy of a championship? Would the Warriors even be able to trade them for a player of that caliber? Wiggins, 28, has a 2-year contract with additional player option. When will he reach his peak? Will he remain a member of the core team? Thompson is another, earning $43 million in the last year of his contract. Prior to the season, the two parties were unable to come to an agreement, and Thompson appears to be using up all of his maximum salary. Does he feel affected by the contract situation? Another argument for Thompson's contract expiration is that the Warriors' value is a trade piece. To be honest, we believe the team should have extended him earlier and would not trade him, but what if he keeps having trouble? And what if he brings back players who can help with a win title this year with his money and his picks? If the Warriors were still in the game, we wouldn't be doing these mental exercises since they're not enjoyable. But they will remain for as long as this slump lasts. That accurately describes how dismal Golden State's season has been past these several weeks. Furthermore, the dialogue only becomes more awkward if the team doesn't make a change soon. Simply put, the Golden State Warriors aren't doing well at the moment. The Warriors and their supporters have had a rough season as a result of all their setbacks. Given their present position towards the bottom of the ranking, the team's chance of making the playoffs are very slim. Even if the club makes it to the postseason, it's unlikely that they will go far, even if there is potential for them to turn things around in the second half of the season. Of course, anything can happen at any time and for any reason. Maybe the players on the Golden State Warriors will be able to lead this team to success, or maybe the squad will come together and form an unbreakable relationship both on and off the court. It's early days yet, but it doesn't appear like things are going their way. For now though, the Golden State has had a difficult year. We can only hope that this once infamous squad will reach new heights and surpass its previous achievements. That's all guys, what do you feel about the Warriors? Do let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more information.